P18I3 through M4. So these are 3D printed kinks. So each of these has two kinks inside of it, or two kink connections. The type of, or the thicknesses for those connections are given here. So these are in millimeters. Fixed means that they're both the same. Specific means it's per each kink. So for example, this one's 0.5, that one's 0.45 millimeters thick. So let's get started. So this is the first one. This is a fixed of 0.45, 0.45. And there's it deflecting up. And then here's 0.5, 0.5. So you can see it, since it's a little bit thicker, it keeps it a little bit closer together. Here is specific 0.5 and 0.45. So the further aft arc is slightly smaller, and that's just to allow it to deflect a little bit easier out there and keep it stiffer up near the hinge point. And then this guy is 0.6, 0.6 fixed. You can see it's really stiff, so it doesn't really use too much of this outer section. It really only deflects up to that first kink. And then this is a 0.6 and a 0.45. So that first guy is really stiff, or really thick, and then that second one is, and so for reference, all of these walls everywhere else is 0.8 millimeters thick, so that's two walls. So this is basically 1.5 and slightly over one wall thick. So that's what they look like. Here is a paper to show parabolic deflection. I'm really only going to show a couple on this one. So this is the fixed 0.45, 0.45. Let me line that up. And that's 15 degrees right there. So you can see it kind of follows it. It's kind of on the outer end as well as on the top. And then here's negative 15. And once again, it comes close, but it doesn't quite follow it. Let me see how I can do this best. So there's negative 10, or excuse me, positive 10. And here's negative 10. And then here is positive 5. So it practically lines up perfect. And then negative 5, and once again it's practically perfect. Okay, I will show you the 0.6, 0.6 just for reference. I'll start at the 5 up here. So there is positive 5, there's negative 5, not a huge difference against the last one. And then there is positive 10, negative 10, and you can see it's starting to bow out. And then here is positive 15 and negative 15. And then, so that was M3, that's the 0.6 and the 0.6 fixed. Here's another one worth looking at. Let's look at it. So this is the 0.6, 0.45 specific. That's 5 degrees, and that's negative 5 degrees. And that's 10, and that's negative 10, and then this is positive 15 and negative 15. So then this is 0.5, 0.45. There's positive 5 and negative 5. And then there's positive 10 and negative 10. And here's positive 15, negative 15. And last but not least, here's 0.5, 0.5. I haven't done these in order of the modification, just in the order that I seem to make sense to me. So there's positive 5, there's negative 5. There is positive 10, negative 10. And here is positive 15, negative 15. So I am going to show P18I2 here real quick, just because I felt like it was a really good parabolic flat assimilator. So there's, it's kind of hard to tell, but that's positive 5 and that's negative 5, so it compares pretty well to it. And here is positive 10 and negative 10, and once again that compares pretty well. And then here is positive 15 and negative 15. So I feel like it's going to be something along these lines. I feel like this 0.45, 0.45 was probably the best one out of this iteration.